Okay, guys, let's start with Dean and then Mike.
Started talking there. Sorry about that. We're still getting used to all this, Malik. I was talking to Trayvon a second ago. What do you do when y'all don't get to the quarterback? Are there other ways to deal with pressuring them? And what's your thinking as soon as the ball gets released from the quarterback?
The first thing we're thinking when the ball get released is on retrace, trying to track the ball, make a play downfield.
How about I'm sorry, Malik. How about affecting them when they are not when you can't quite get to them? You get your hand. I mean, what are you doing then? Hands up or
Oh yeah.
screaming? I mean, you tell me.
No, we're not gonna scream. It's loud, so that screaming not gonna work. We try to just do our best job of just getting our hand up, try to mirror the throwing hand, get a batted ball.
Malik, this is Mike Griffith. You were one of the guys that had a decision to make that could have gone pro along with Richard and Monty, and you guys came back to win a title. Um, how would you describe I guess, the feeling of the Alabama loss? I know you guys have put it behind you, but is it still somewhere in the back of your mind? Is it kind of one of those score to settle things, or how do you use that as a player's motivation, I guess?
Best way to handle that, I feel like the best way to handle that is just to move on, work on what you can do to get better, and just prepare for the future.
Dasher, then Jake.
Hey, Malik. I know we've asked you before about your friendship with Trayvon, but in what ways do you and him, try to feed off each other, and how does that make you a better player?
Just try to help him out on what things he could have did, and he tried to help me on things I could have did. Just try to help each other improve and just get better rushes or send better edges or making the plays we're supposed to make.
How much do y'all talk like during the game about stuff like that?
Yeah, that's what we do during the game. We try to watch each other while we off the field, just to give each other an update on what we got and what we could have did.
Thanks, man.
Malik, you've been around for 4 years, and you guys have kind of come out of the bye week every time, and I think you're something like 16-2 after bye weeks over the last 4 years. Is it a sense of urgency? Is it adjustments? What is it that has allowed you guys to be successful? And have you seen that coming out of this bye week?
Oh, yeah. I feel like what make us better after the bye week is just our preparation during the bye week. We just go hard and just try to focus on each other like camp practices. And I definitely seen that this past week.
Let's go to Chip and then Mark.
Yeah, Malik, obviously you guys gave up some explosives, a few explosives to Alabama, but otherwise you guys played them really well. What, as a defensive end, a front seven guy, a lineman, can you guys have any effect on preventing explosives? And if so, what is that?
Really just getting rushes, trying to hit home on our pass rushing and stunts and all type of stuff like that. Just try to find better ways to improve at those things, and we feel like we can help with those explosives.
Was that an issue against Alabama, and are y'all doing something to address that?
Yes, sir, that was an issue.
Malik, can you talk about getting prepared for Kentucky's offense? Obviously, they're pretty different from Alabama in terms of, what you have to worry about with athletic quarterbacks and their run game.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, to prepare for Kentucky after playing Alabama, the differences as a defense to get ready for this team with their athletic quarterbacks and their run game.
Really just try to stop the run as we preach every game, every day. Just try to stop the run. And with the quarterback, just try to keep a good contain on the rest of the upfield show to try to keep him in the box.
Go to Seth and then Brandon.
Malik, if you had to describe Azeez Ojulari as a person, not as a player, but just as a person, what would you say?
He's just quiet. He quiet, but he cool. He fun to be around. He's just quiet. He laid back, very chill. And he really just quiet. He a really quiet guy. He don't really say too much.
Hey, Malik. So I remember a couple of years ago when you had kind of your breakout game against Georgia Tech. I remember a conversation that we had, and you said how you kind of dedicated that game to people around you, maybe people, family, or friends who have like passed away and stuff like that. Even years down the road, like how important do you see those people around you is important for how you play, and like how do you still dedicate success to those around you?
I try to just keep them in my mind, write the names on my shoe, so I just know they're with me at all times, and they just motivate me and just give me an extra push.
Let's go to Connor and then Lance.
Hey, Malik, sort of similar to Jake Rowe's question, what is it in past bye weeks and even this year's that has set you guys up to have strong performances after the bye, not just that first week, but for the rest of the season?
Really just try to get a fresh start, focus on ourselves, and just try to see what we did wrong in the past games before the bye week, and try to really get better at those things and techniques.
Well, last year, I think Kirby said in a lot of press conferences, but something the defense could get better at was turnovers and getting after the quarterback. What's something you think this year that you guys have struggled with that you feel like you could do better that you did well last year?
I feel like we could start the run better. We still haven't had that breakout game with like nothing. I feel like we always can get better stopping the run and also getting pressure on the QB.
Let's go to Palmer and then William.
Yeah, Malik, last season y'all more than tripled the number of quarterback hurries you had in 2018, and statistically you're on a track to do even better this year. What do you think the biggest difference for you all has been in terms of the ability to get to the quarterback over the course of your career?
Really just communicating with each other on what's going on, what can we do with these times, and really just working on our rushes throughout practices and just trying to help each other.
Hey, Malik, you talked about, focusing on stopping the run. Knowing that Kentucky has three guys who can make plays out of the backfield, Terry Wilson, and they're two backs. How does that affect your preparation differently than, say, going up against Alabama and knowing it's going to be Najee Harris all day long?
Really, they got a physical offensive line, so we really start up front with them. We just got to try to build good walls and help the backers out fill in the gaps and try to make our plays.
Okay, Malik, thank you for your time. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you.